Are you thinking about hiring an interior designer, but you are not sure where to start? Well, you're not alone, and you're in luck today because we are sitting down with Rose and Stone Interiors. This is Edy Rodriguez. She's a fantastic interior designer based out of Oakville, but services all of the GTA.
Yeah.
And we are going to get into your most asked questions about what it's like to work with an interior designer. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Really
it's very exciting.
Yes, it's so great. So tell me, I guess, like maybe just a little bit about you and what you do. We'll start with that.
Yeah. So Edy Rodriguez. Hi, nice to meet everybody. Rose and Stone Interiors. I started that company in 2018. But I've been in the industry for almost 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So it's a very long time, which is really good. And I've done a lot of different aspects, which I think in my mind really makes you a well-rounded interior designer. You have to know some of the different industries that kind of all interlace and interconnect to make you really successful in doing what we do.
For sure.
So I've worked with stone. I've worked with tile. I ran the Caesar Stone showroom actually for a while.
Oh, wow.
I did IKEA kitchens for a very long time.
Oh, wow.
Both planning and on the installation side. So lots of millwork knowledge. So that's which is really a love. I do really enjoy millwork, which is kitchens, bathrooms, and really all the aspects that play into those spaces.
What is like the difference? Because like I hear, it's kind of confusing, I think, out there, like, okay, are you an interior designer? Are you an interior decorator? Like stagers? Like there's all those sort of different aspects. So
absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So decorators, I mean, think about it as somebody coming to style your house to better suit you, which is also very important. You don't know where certain things need to go. So space planning, that's all very important. Selecting the right color palettes for you. Interior designers get more into the functionality of it. How is this going to work for you? Not just how is this going to look? So we take it a step further. Is it better if we relocate this? Is it better if we take this wall down? And things like electrical, plumbing, those are all considerations that we have to take before we start taking things down. So definitely more involved. I mean, stagers, they come in, they stage your house ideally for you to be able to sell that, right? So three different things. Decorators are incredibly important. They cannot do everything that you may need in a renovation. They just maybe don't have that knowledge behind it all. So if you need to do a little bit more in depth.
Like a build or something like that, right?
Like a build, like a renovation, moving walls, relocating kitchens, bathrooms, things like that, you need an interior designer.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Okay, I understand that. How do you go about finding an interior designer?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would recommend attending the shows. And it's finding the interior designer, but also finding inspiration, I think you'll find at those shows. The interior design show, which just finished, that was great. The National Home Show, which is coming up, is also a great place. And you'll meet a lot of people who put up their stands, their booths, and just connect. There's local sources. There's one in Burlington 365, I think they're called. They have almost like a little directory where you can kind of look for local businesses and just take a look at these people that you're interested in and see if they align with what you want, right? Take a look at their websites. A lot of people you'll get to be able to book some time with them, like either a complimentary call, see if they align with you, right? See if you guys connect. Style-wise, budget-wise, timeline-wise, those are always the three things we're very concerned about. And you get to chat with them, see if you jive, see if you gel. What if they're no fun and you want to have fun? Yeah. What if they're too much fun and you just want to leave all the decisions to them, right? So those are some good areas to start.
All right, cool. Yeah. Speaking of like a budget, I guess how much is it to work with an interior designer?
It's a great question, right? It's like it's a mystery.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't because it's so project specific. You could be talking about redoing one bathroom. You could be talking about redoing an entire main floor. Those are two very different that you're not going to get charged probably the same, and it's not the same amount of hours. So there's usually two schools of charging, either by the hour or by let's say a package. And the package would be, we're going to outline these 10 parts of the scope. That is what we'll cover. We estimate it will take us, let's just say 100 hours. 100 hours charged at this amount will give you your total amount. If we go beyond those hours, then you will be charged at X amount. Usually you can expect to pay anywhere between 100 an hour to just sky's the limit, but I think a reasonable amount would be around 300. So you're somewhere in that range of payment per the hour. And a lot of designers even just start off by doing a consultation. So you'll get an hour, 2 hours, 90 minutes, something like that. And they charge you to come see your home, give you ideas. If you decide to move forward, then you can sign a contract with them based on the scope. It's always based on a scope, because we have to know what we're giving you and you have to know what you're receiving. So to give you an X amount, there's no X amount, but you can expect to pay somewhere between $100 an hour and $300 an hour for somebody.
Okay, well, that's good to know. At least people would have in mind for budget and things like that. And you have to know a lot of things, right? Because you work with you work with contractors. Do you have to work with architects, right? Like,
architects, engineers. There's a lot of things. Like, I can't say, yes, just take down this wall. And then your house falls down. You have to bring in an engineer. They have to do, the calculations to make sure that it can be continued to be held up. Do they need to put in a beam? Those aren't calculations that we do, which kind of circles back to the difference between an interior designer and a decorator. You have to know when to bring in the correct people. And an engineer is usually on site 100% of the time, especially if you're trying to remove walls. Contractors, obviously, we couldn't do what we do if we didn't have them, and they couldn't execute without having the planning, the preparation from what we do as well, right? So it's a very symbiotic relationship. You have to work together.
For sure. I think so too, if someone comes to work with you and they're like, we don't have a contractor, we don't have are you sort of all...
We can connect. So what we do is we connect you with somebody locally. It depends where it is. I mean, we do a lot of work in the GTA. Pretty much all of our projects right now are in Toronto. We have about 6 ongoing projects right now, and they're all in Toronto. So I'm doing a little bit of traveling, but it's where it is. So we're doing it. So yes, we try and connect with a local contractor or builder or architect or engineer wherever we need to be. We make those introductions, and then we can meet a couple of people, right? It's not just, this is who I need to use. I will do the introductions for you. If you don't feel like you want to work with them, we can look at somebody else. At the end of the day, it's about the client being comfortable in those decisions.
I'm always curious about, different trends and, what's trending. So what are some of the hot interior design trends right now?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think color is back, everybody. Please embrace it. It is beautiful.
Color.
Yes, I love color too. Color, I mean, there's such a theory behind color. I mean, color makes us happy that I think we really need to lean into it. So color is back 100%. Natural colors. Brown is back, everybody. Browns, mochas, terracotta, olive, beautiful. I love me some olive. All of those earthy tones are really back, thank goodness. Because I think we all had enough of Chantilly lace. No offense, Benjamin Moore. It's a hit, but it's time to move away. That's really special. I love color. Textured walls, not like how we used to do it back in the 80s and 90s where we took a sponge. Not quite like that.
Thank goodness.
Not like that. But plaster of Paris, lime washing, giving a little bit of texture. Texture is huge. Sustainable materials. How could we all forget? We're all concerned about our planet, as we should be. Woods, corks, vintage. Go to your antique store, find that really special piece, repurposing things, right? That's really in. And I think we all really felt this with COVID, the flexibility of a space, being able to do, the office to gym, in-home gym switch, or modular furniture. You see a lot of things that are modular, being able to either add seating or take away seating, or turn that living room into a playroom and be able to tuck it in a way. So flexibility, really, really big, right? We're all doing a lot of things. We're all doing a lot of things in our homes now, and we need to be able to facilitate for all of those things.
Like living room to YouTube studio.
Absolutely.
Right?
And it's gorgeous.
Living room to YouTube. Oh my gosh.
You're like, cut that out.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's true though, right?
Yeah. But no, for sure. I mean, like it's just makes, we're doing so many different things in our home all the time, right? So
at all times.
Flexibility.
Absolutely.
Can interior design, I guess, relating back to even real estate, what do you find are the best ROIs for people? Like, do people discuss that? Like, do you have that discussion with them, or are they really making personal choices, or?
So two different things, right? And one of our questions when we start working with somebody, one of our questions is, how long will you be here, right? It's really important if they're doing their renovations, their changes to suit the many, or is it suited for you? Because you may want a purple kitchen and I would give you a purple kitchen. But if you're only going to be there for another 2 years, maybe it's not going to be the best return on investment for you, right? But we can still take those personality and add them in different ways. And I think that's really the sign of a really good interior designer. You know what? Maybe I can't give you a purple kitchen, but what about purple wallpaper in the powder room?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Those things that could be changed easier without reinvesting a ton of money back in.
For sure.
So 100%, those are things that people think about, resale. And really personalizing a home is what it's about. We're supposed to live in it. We're supposed to love it.
Yeah.
You individually,
Yeah.
not for everybody.
No,
right?
For sure. I think that, and then that's such a great way that you frame it too, that you could maybe take the things that are easier to change out, like the not big, like the big expense things, like all your cabinetry, but still making it you.
You, exactly. We can implement those you moments in smaller aspects, right? Accessories, fabulous. There's so many great accessories out in the world. I mean, you can order anything off online, right? Yeah. Accessories, huge way to add color, and really easy. Yeah. And you just pack those up and you take those with you. Yeah. You don't have to worry about it. So yeah, definitely lots of ways to add personality without maybe making it a fixture.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. So we've got a rapid fire, we'll go through 10. Okay. 10 rapid fire questions. And you are just going to let me know, are these hot?
Okay.
Or not?
Okay.
Is it like okay?
Okay, great.
Number 1, minimalist all white kitchens.
No. Out. No.
No, not hot.
Not hot.
Not hot. Okay. Wallpapered accent walls.
Yes. I love a wallpaper. They've done such great things, literally peel and stick. Yeah. You can change it monthly if you so desired. Okay. Definitely hot.
Hot? Okay.
Yeah.
Mixing vintage and modern.
100%. So hot.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
100%.
Open shelving in kitchens.
Yes.
Hot?
I'm about it.
All right.
Hot. Yeah.
Okay. Gold and brass fixtures.
I'm still with it. There's the right way to do brass, and then there's the too yellow. So be sure when you're selecting, you're not selecting the too yellow one. Okay. That you're definitely going for the more true brass or unlacquered if you want it to develop its own patina.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Industrial style lighting.
Not. I'm going to go not because it's easier to stay away from something than to figure out how to incorporate it into your not loft space.
Okay, got you. Wall-to-wall carpeting.
It depends on the space. Generally, I would say not. If this is a playroom, somewhere where you're going to be spending a lot of time on the floor, I can see it. Generally, not hot.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Bold, moody paint colors.
Yes, so in for this. Again, it's got to be done right.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be done right. But yes, it definitely can work. Leaning into the mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart home tech and design.
Ooh, okay. I'm a little old, guys. Yes, it can be fabulous. I have a phobia, I guess, of relying on one thing to control all my things. So I think if there's a way to still be able to control it in an analog way, I'm for it. But again, like anything, I think it's got to be done right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That totally makes sense. And I get that because, like, what if it goes down?
What if it goes down and I need my lights?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Maximalism and eclectic decor.
Oh, I love me some maximalism.
Yeah.
I love pattern. I love color. My house is definitely very eclectic, mid-century modern.
Yes. I love that.
Right? It feels good to me. And I think the key with maximalism is if it feels good for you, do it. If you're forcing it, like anything in life, it's going to feel forced.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a curating process. It's not an overnight. This is something that you work on for years, and it's supposed to feel fun and it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I do love the maximalism look. Like when I see people, well, when it's done well, I'm like, I love it. But that's the beautiful thing about interior design is like, it's almost sometimes, I don't know if you find that with clients, like it's hard, I don't know, for me to decide on one style. I love and can appreciate so many different styles, right?
But I think that is so important to, like anything in life, to know yourself. I can try and draw that out of clients, but you really need to lean into what do I like. And it takes a lot of thought. It takes a lot of research. Pinterest is fabulous. Instagram and going through those pictures. And sometimes just seeing what you don't like is very important. Sometimes if a client can't tell me what they do like, I ask them what they don't like. Yeah. Because then at least you're eliminating what we don't like. Okay, I don't like vintage for whatever crazy reason, but I don't like vintage. I like white, lacquered cabinetry. Okay, we can work with that, but it is about finding yourself, and it is a road. It requires thought and requires research, and really just internal thinking about what you do and what you don't like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really great. I think and insightful. I loved, I really, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
So if people want to find you, actually there's an opportunity for them to see you in person too, right? So tell us about that.
Absolutely. So one of the great places where you'll be able to find interior designers like myself will be at the National Home Show, which is coming up March 7th.
Yes.
7th to 16th, I believe. And I will be doing an appearance at Sherwin-Williams. So you can actually book for a free color consult. And a lot of these booths will be having these things. Yeah. So if you are looking for somebody, these are the great opportunities for you to go down, get inspiration, meet with some designers, and see if you make that bond and connection. So I will be at Sherwin-Williams booth, and I will be at the Reno and Decor booth as well, doing consultations there.
Amazing.
Yeah, with other fabulous designers as well, right?
Okay, good.
So that is the opportunity to take and meet some people.
Good. I send my clients tickets to the home show every year. So if you are one of my clients and you are going, make sure you go and say hello to Edy.
Yes, please. Always.
And where else can people follow you and get in contact
absolutely.
with you?
I mean, Instagram, obviously. Instagram is fabulous. Rose and Stone Interiors. Maybe Shaleni will just tag
100%.
us below.
Yep.
My website, rosestoneinteriors.com, and you'll see all our contact info. You can fill out a contact form. You can leave a little information about the project you're thinking. Or if you just want to book a discovery call, you can book that right online with us. It gives you a date and time, different options to book. We have a conversation. Go from there.
Amazing. Okay, and I've got one last question for you.
Tell me.
So you stayed right to the end. You get to hear this one last question, which is, if you could banish one interior design trend forever, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. So I absolutely despise those like long, linear, multi-glass colored backsplashes. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're. I think I had.
We
one.
all had them in some of our houses at some point.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
stop. Just no,
Okay.
no. Move like two rows over and go with your classic 3x6 subway. If you don't know what to do, stop doing that hideous backsplash. No.
Or
no.
call you. And
or call me 100%. And we will find something better. 100%. Yes. Banish. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shaleni.
Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, because we have a video every week that's coming out, and we're interviewing lots of amazing women in business that you need to know.